Do you believe we can change the world?
For sure.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Yes, I do believe we can change the world.
How do you think we can change the world?
So I think that if everybody puts their energy together and follows a very clear path, that would be the way.
I think if we all work together as a community and as like a country and as a world, we can just do it. You know how ants work together? You just gotta do it and do it good.
I had a man one time. He was a homeless guy. I was at UCLA. And we both slept in an all-night lounge. He came up to me one time and he said, "Do you have any pants that I can wear? I'd like to wash mine." He really said that. And I looked at him and said, "Yes, I do. I have some shorts over in my gym locker." So we walked over to my gym locker. I gave him a pair of gym shorts. I said, "Meet you back here in a couple hours." He met me back here in a couple hours. And he said, "Thank you." Then he washed his pants. It can make me cry. I was nice to him. My parents taught me that. My teachers taught me that. My church taught me that. Let's just help each other. I think in the end, a lot of people trying to do a lot of actions, small, can have a huge difference.
I think the world can change through peace, and that peace has to begin within all of us, with peace in our own hearts that we can share with the rest of the world.
I think one way to change the world is to just remember that we don't have to believe that we're that bad. As an old school teacher in California, what I've noticed with this super diverse population, what I've noticed is when people talk to each other, suddenly it's very, very impressive to see that they tend to get along. I think that the 80 top billionaires right now have as much wealth as half humankind. And then maybe also a technology that is so beautiful. The technology is fantastic, but it goes at such a high velocity, the change, the technological change, that I'm not sure, I don't see, as a school teacher or a citizen, I don't really see that the humans' brains and hearts and consciousness are able to keep up with the pace of change that is spreading all over the planet. So there's a solution. World War III. Awesome. We're going to do World War III and get rid of at least a chunk of the problems. World War III could be a solution in the sense that World War III would be the most fun war ever, because all armies would agree, all governments and armies would agree to be on the same side. And we would be fighting one common enemy. And the enemy in this World War III is very simple. It's very huge. It's poverty, it's deforestation, it's malaria, it is pollution of water. We would fight all of that at once. All armies would be, for example, showing up in Nepal. I'm hearing that Nepal is missing most of its trees nowadays. You show up in Nepal, you make a plan, and goes, okay, in the next 3 months we're gonna plant, I don't know, 10 million, 15 million trees. Whatever needs to be done. Same with water and that kind of stuff. So you get the idea. It's not fancy. I just heard that about 15,000 people are either dead or dying from the cholera in Sudan, I believe. It's Sudan or Yemen, and that's what I'm talking about by World War III. World War III would show up at those spots and just kind of go, "Excuse me, cholera, we're gonna kick your ass." It sounds like a utopia, but if we think about it, that would give good business to the armies. that would make our soldiers extremely more happy than blowing each other up without ever meeting. Plus, economically speaking, it would hurt the poverty a whole bunch. It would cause trouble. It would cause a lot of trouble on poverty and everything. And suddenly the local people, Africa, Asia, everywhere, local people would have more disposable income and stuff. And I think you would be creating a ton of jobs. Hey, good luck to all of us because we're gonna need it.
I feel like people could maybe not make such a big deal out of racism. Because like I have several friends that have a darker skin color than me, and I really don't like see the difference.
Through children. I believe children are our future, and all hope lies in them. And so their upbringing should be a total, we should invest money in their upbringing. That is, if teachers were the very, very, very best human beings on this world, and these were the people who were educating them, then we have way more hope for the future.
I think we can change the world by really trying. I know that sounds really bad, but first of all, we have to let go of our ego. And we have to let go of this arrogance that we all have. And I believe it's not going to work out with just believing in one person that claims they're going to change everything, like laws and regulations, and then make everything better so you're better off. I don't think it's going to work like that. I think that in order to change the world, every single person needs to change. Because we're all in this together, and we're all equally responsible, no matter position, working class, nationality, or faith. And you see all the people that were in this video, they care. They have not lost their hope. They really think we can change the world, which is pretty awesome. And so I believe that in order to change the world, it's time to finally address our fundamental issue. It has always been our mindset. It's time to change the world.